Hello everyone, I am Anurag Sharma. Welcome to C tutorial video series. So first comes the C character set. Now what is the C character set? All the alphabets, digits, special symbols, whatever you type in a code, that should be a part of the character set. All that comprises the character set. Character sets includes alphabets, that is from capital A to capital Z, small a to small z, digits 0 to 9, special symbols. There are maybe some more. You can Google that. I am not going to specify all that. And white space characters. I'm going to show that all this in a short file. So first I'm covering the theory, and then I will be explaining everything practically also by executing a program. So please bear with me for some time. Now comes constants, variables, and keywords. So what are constants? Constants are also called literals. It is an entity that does not change. For example, number 3. 3 will always remain 3. Its value will never change, no matter what happens. So that's a constant. Now types of constants. First comes the primary constants and then comes the secondary constants. So first let's discuss primary constants. There are basically 3 types of primary constants. The first one is integer constant, that is any integral number like 5, 10 or 23 as I have taken in this case, in this example. Then comes the real constant. Real constant means a number which consists of fractional part as well, a decimal point. For example, 3.56, and a character constant, that is any symbol enclosed within single quotes will be a character. So it's not necessary that it should be an alphabet only. Even a 9 enclosed within single inverted commas will be a character constant. Now secondary constants. Secondary constants are those constants which are based or formed using these primary constants. So these include array, union, structure. We'll talk about this in the later part of our video tutorial. So let's now stick to this primary constants only. Now next comes rules for constructing integer constants. C language is a programming language, and like any language, there are a set of rules which needs to be followed. So for integer constants also we need to follow some rules. First one is pretty obvious, that we need to have at least one digit. That's quite obvious. Now the second one is it should not contain any decimal point, because if it contains a decimal point then it will become a real constant, or commas. So for example, 10,000, as we have as in our day-to-day practice, we use commas to make it more legible. But in C programming language, we do not use this comma. So if you use this comma, it is going to throw an error. The compiler is going to throw an error. Now the next comes, it can be the positive as well as negative, and positive by default. That's quite understandable. Allowable range depends on the compiler being used. So there are many compilers. Different companies have created different compilers. So the compiler which I am gonna use is GCC compiler, and for this the range is -2147436482 to plus 2147436447. Now rules for constructing real constants. It should have at least one digit. That's quite obvious, same as the previous one. It must have a decimal point. Okay, there's nothing to explain here. It could be both positive or negative, no commas, as in similar to the rules in the integer constants. Nothing new to explain. Now comes the rules for constructing character constants. A character is, as I have discussed earlier, a character is any alphabet, digit, or special symbol enclosed within single inverted commas. It must contain at least one character. So for example, if I say this is a character constant, even this equal to sign in single inverted commas is also a character constant. So moving forward, now we come to variable. What is a variable? It is a named memory location which hold value of a particular type only. So this particular type is very important. It means that if I'm going to, while creating any variable, that is while reserving any memory location, I'm going to I'm going to specify what type of value it is going to hold, and it will be holding that value only. For example, if I make an integer, if I declare that a variable x is going to hold an integral value, then I'm going to store integral values only. I'm not going to store any string or any characters in that. The value stored in this memory location can change during the execution of the program, and hence it is called a variable. So for example, if any named memory location, let's say x, if at one point of time if it may be holding 4, and in later point of the execution it may get changed to 10, 100, or any random number. So that's why it's called variable. That means it is gonna vary. Rules for creating variable names or identifiers. So variable names are also known as identifiers. So the first point is it can contain alphabets, digits, and underscores only. So no at the rate, no dollar sign, nothing. Only alphabets, digits, or underscore. And alphabets can be both capital as well as small letters, small alphabets. The first character must be an alphabet or underscore only. That means a variable name cannot start with a digit. No commas or blanks are allowed in the variable name. Length of the identifier must not be more than 31 characters, or it's 247 in some compilers. Variable name cannot be a keyword. So I'm going to discuss this keyword in a short while. Now, points to remember: the length of the identifier should not be very long. This is an important thing. To make a good program does not mean just a good logic. A good program is one which is also readable, legible, and can be understood by other programmers. So for this, the variable length should not be very long because it will unnecessarily eat your coding typing time, as well as it is going to make your code look very dirty. And variable name should be meaningful. For example, if I am creating any variable for storing a area of a rectangle, then it should be named, then the variable name should be named as area instead of just naming it as x, y, or z, to make it more, to make the code more easier to understand. Moving on to the next slide. Keywords. Keywords are the words which have predefined meaning in the C compiler. There are 32 keywords in the C programming language. For example, end, float, char, break, continue. So all these words, end, like end, float, char, all these have predefined meanings in the C programming language, and these are reserved for special usage only. To see the entire list of 32 keywords, you can just Google it. And we are going to study all these keywords in a short while. Slowly, as we will proceed, we will be coming across the keywords, and then there I will be explaining it. Comments. Comments are used to add descriptions, explanations, or additional informations about the entire code or a part of the code. That means, if suppose I am writing a code and the logic behind it, I can explain it using comments, or if I need to make it more legible and easier to understand, so that if any other person who is checking my code at later point of time, he also understands it. For that, comments really come in handy. Now, types of comments are single line comments and multi-line comments. All this I will be explaining in a short while with an example. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please like, comment, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon. Thank you.